Hello, boys and girls, it's Fog, and welcome to Fog's World episode 21. Well, last episode we did a little tinkering around the base, but I think it's time for us to actually do some long-term planning again. Our long-term goals have dwindled out. So let's talk about some of the things that I'd like to do to improve our base and further our goals towards eventual world domination. There are a couple of things that every good base or every good Minecraft world needs. One of them is an Enderman farm. We'll do that eventually. Of course, it wouldn't be one of my worlds if I didn't eventually build a silverfish cannery in it. And I'd also like to get a ranch here at the stronghold. Probably not upstairs in our above ground base, in our floating base, but at least down in the stronghold I'd like an area with pens for cows and sheep and pigs and things like that. As you know, I've been digging a subway tunnel out to the jungle. I've actually laid track along that now, and we may see that later, but I've laid some track around it, but I'd like to build the tunnel itself and make it look nice. And one of the things that I'm going to need for a lot of these projects is I'm going to need a good source of ice. And I've tossed around in my head a couple of designs for how to get a lot of ice in a relatively short amount of time. Tinkered around with some original designs. Of course, yes, I've seen Etho's design for an ice tray, and I've seen some other nice designs for like a cart system where you sit in a cart and collect ice as it forms above you. I even created a bud-activated ice machine that would generate ice and push the ice off to the side as it was created. Of all the designs that I've looked at and tinkered around with, I think the way to go really is an Etho-style ice tray. So props to Etho. I'm going to go ahead and build a system similar to his. However, I noticed in his system he usually uses snow, with the theory that if you use a high-efficiency Silk Touch pick, the pick won't break the snow blocks. Well, I think instead I'm going to use stone blocks because I've got tons of them, and also because the opposite is true for Silk Touch shovels, and Silk Touch shovels are a lot cheaper to produce than Silk Touch picks. So I'm going to build mine so that it works with Silk Touch shovels. And I'm going to make a couple other little tweaks to his design as well, but you'll see those when we get there. So for now, let me finish collecting all these chickens, get my chickens replenished, and head on over to the snow biome, and I will meet you there with all my materials, and we'll get started. Well, good morning, everybody. We are out here at the edge of the snow biome. This snow biome is the one out by our desert village. So my sand quarry is over there, the desert village is there, the portal is probably right there, that little dot over there that you can't see because it's behind my crosshairs on the other side of this little hill. So this little area right here I think is where we're going to build this. I'm going to build the tray 19 by 19, but in order to do that I need, well, obviously I need a big space. But I'm going to fence it in because I don't want to have to deal with enemy mobs. And so we're going to start by placing, I brought an ender chest with all my materials in it. Look at that, isn't that lovely? And we are going to start fencing in. I think to start with, I'm going to fence in a 25 by 25 area. I brought a bed, so if it gets dark I can advance the clock, which obviously I've already done. We will start right here, I think, and we will go, well, let's see, let's do more than 25. Let's do 30 by 30. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, the next step is I want to lay out where exactly this is going to go. And like I said, this is going to be a 19 by 19 ice tray. And you may ask, well, why the odd amount? The reason I want to do 19 by 19 is that making allowances for the pistons I'm going to place in the middle of the tray, 19 by 19 will give us exactly enough that, well, it'll give us enough that we can walk away with at least 4 stacks of ice once the ice is fully formed. And that's the goal, is to get lots of ice, and 4 seemed like a pretty good number. So let's see, I want to put some markers out here so that I know where things are going to go. I'm going to start measuring from this back corner. This is where the back of the ice tray is going to be. This is an outer wall, and then from the outer wall we're going to go 19 in. Now for now I'm going to lay some dirt out here just to help me count it off. This is temporary. 2, 4, let's see, what do we have? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 19. And then this is the front of it right here. So same here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is lay down a pattern for where my pistons are going to go. I'm going to be pushing pistons up from below, and the way that works is the pistons push up and push blocks up into the ice tray, because ice will form faster if it's next to a solid block. So this is going to be where the base for all my pistons are going to go, and we'll just keep measuring these out like this. And then we just need another one there. Just keep repeating this pattern until we've filled this whole square. Very good. Now it's time to wire up some redstone here. Ah, if only you had hands. Ha! Okay, we need some repeaters. And we need some redstone. And we need some sticky pistons. Yeah, we'll start with a full thing of sticky pistons, but I'm going to need more than one. Alright, let's see if I missed anywhere. It's pretty easy to tell if we walk down the side like this if we've missed anything. I don't think we have. I think we got them all. Alright, it's redstone time. Now, to get the power here, all we have to do is place some redstone there. Just like that. Actually, I want to start on this side because I want to get this set up to make sure that I can see which areas have... Oh, you turkey! Oh, look at that. There's a cavern under there. Who knew? What a jerk face. You know, I let you live, and this is how you repay me. What a big jerky jerk face. Yeah, I'm not too fond of that guy. Okay, anyway. We're just going to plop a lever down here. Eventually we'll do a better job of wiring all this stuff up. But for now, I just want to make sure that reaches everywhere. It reaches from side to side. Good. And now we just work our way down the rows, hooking everything up. And that's actually pretty easy to do. You just come down here, put redstone there and there. Like that. Okay, let's make sure that all our repeaters are lit. If we have any repeaters that are out, then it means we've missed a circuit. But I think we're good. Okay, if I throw the switch, they'll all go out. No, really, they will, unless I've got a feedback loop somewhere, which apparently I have right there. Excellent. On and off. Okay, we got them all. Next thing I want to do is I want to sprinkle some torches down here underneath because I don't really trust that we're not going to have things spawning under here. And I want to light it up at least a little bit down here. I'm going to run out of torches pretty soon though, so... I just want to lower the odds. I have to be careful though. I don't want the light level up above to be high at all, because if it is, then our ice won't form. I'm thinking that's probably good enough. I suppose I could go through with F3 and take some light measurements and make sure. And if I start seeing things spawn down here, then I will do that. But I think this is good. I mean, the idea is that we're gonna be here when we use it, so it shouldn't really be a problem. I'm more worried about the case of when I come back to it after a long absence and I find things already here. That's really what I'm more concerned with. Alright, next step is to lay down some pistons, so let's do that. I got a bunch of sticky pistons here. I'm going to need to be able to make more, but let's get busy with the pistons. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, huh? You aren't getting away with it this time, buddy. There's our floor for our ice tray. Very nice, very nice. And now let's build a little step so that I can get back up here. Now, hello, you're not going to do this to me again. You're just not. Go away. Thank you. Let's put some lights out here. Keep this little area lit here. Make sure we don't have anything spawning underneath. We shouldn't. It's too close to us. So even if it could, it wouldn't. Okay, throw the switch. They should all rise up. Let's go take a look. Details. There we go. Excellent. And then we should be able to throw the switch, and down they go again. Okay, now what we need is a way to flood this guy. That's actually pretty easy to do. You could use... sorry, I'm thinking and talking at the same time. It's always difficult, huh? Oops, I need more blocks. You could always use dispensers to dispense water. That's certainly a viable way to go. I am going to use pistons. And the reason is because I got lots of pistons, and because I think in the long run it avoids some of the kind of glitchy problems that you can have using dispensers. Dispensers can be a little problematic sometimes. So I'm going to avoid dispenser problems. Now, I need a row of pistons right along here to act as brakes for the water. So I'm going to put this here to make it easier to place those pistons. All right, let's place some pistons in there. These guys just go right here. And, oh, you know what? Shoot, I messed up. Oh, darn. Those pistons need to be one higher. Okay, easy enough to do. Let's build them up. Come on, I want my piston back. Thank you. Okay, now we need a floor out here like this. We're going to enclose this back area here like this. I was afraid of that. Try it this way. Can we get it? Can we get it? Or did I throw it too far? Nope, perfect. Hey, all right. We are definitely going to need a better way to get up here, though. Excellent. Okay, I need a lever. You go right here, and this will power all of our pistons, but it won't quite reach, as you'll see. Okay, so that's as far as we can go with it. So to bridge that last distance, I need a repeater. Where are my repeaters? So to bridge that last little bit, we put a repeater here, and we're going down right there, and that should, well, it will when I add the rest of the redstone, just like that. And that will close all of those pistons. Perfect. Now we do the same thing on the other side. Bingo. Up. And down. Okay. Now we need to place some water back here. Right there and right there, and now we'll have an infinite spring in between them from which we can draw. Well, we would have if I had pulled them from the right place. There we go. Okay, that should give us an infinite spring all along that back wall. And now we do the same thing on the other side here. And you'll see that this is not enough to get us a full tray of water, but it will be enough to get us started. Perfect. Okay, I don't really want to trigger the ice tray just yet. That will cut off the water. Now the missing piece of the puzzle goes right there. that little block of water will interact with these blocks on either side to create an infinite spring here, and that will cascade across the entire tray. So the missing piece now is to add the other lever of the control mechanism. And I'm thinking that just for reasons of keeping it attractive, I want to put it down here. Right, I'll probably take this other lever and put it here. Like this. And then we're going to put redstone across here, like this. We want this guy to come down about here. How do I want to get up there? Ladder, maybe? Perhaps a ladder. Sure, we'll do a ladder. Who doesn't like a good ladder, right? Something missing here. Redstone didn't go quite far enough. There we go. Very good. So that works. That part of the tray. That will release the water. Just like that, all the way to the very end, and throw the switch. Puts those guys in the tray, and we will begin forming ice immediately. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty. All right, well, now that we have our ice maker, we can just wait for it to form ice, and then we can come through and harvest it. I even have a silk touch. Oh, I don't have it with me. It's down in the box. Down here, I even brought a silk touch shovel that we can use to harvest all the ice with once it's built, once it's formed. Oh, look! We're done! That was about as fun as watching grass grow. Oh my gosh. Okay, I forgot to close those pistons, so let's do that now before I forget. And we'll throw this switch, and that'll retract all of those, and now our ice is ready to harvest. Let me go empty my inventory so I can so we can collect all those goodies. All right, up we go. And let's harvest us some ice. Oh, look at this. It's like an ice rink. It's awesome. High efficiency silk touch shovel for the win. My goodness. So fast. Now, ordinarily, I wouldn't just sit around here and wait for this all to freeze. I'd go and either cave in the area or go over to my sand pit and harvest some sand or sandstone. But, you know, for now this is good. So what do we have? Look at that, 4.5 stacks of ice. I probably wouldn't wait for the tray to freeze all of the way ordinarily either. I'd probably just get it nearly there and then call it good. And yeah, 4.5 stacks. I call that success. Now we just throw the switch. Wait for the water to fill it up. Throw that switch down there. And throw this switch down here to close off the water. And we can wait for it to freeze again. And it's already started. Well, let me check our time for this episode. I'm not sure with all the editing that I have to do how much time we'll have left. We'll see if we have time for anything else today. Well, I've just been sitting here harvesting ice while I've been in between editing sessions. I've done a rough cut of the edit for the episode, and sure enough, we're going a little long. We're out of time. So that's about all we have time for today. We'll just collect the last of this ice, and we will call it good for the episode. So while I'm collecting the last little bit of this patch of ice, let me once again thank all of you for watching and for subscribing and for clicking on that like button and for telling all your friends about it. I really appreciate it. The other day we've managed to pass 1,500 subscribers, and let me just tell you, that is fantastic. I'm really excited about that, particularly given how little self-promotion I've done. That's just incredible. Thanks to all of you, and know that I really appreciate it. And we will talk to you all again next time. So until then, take care, and we'll see you next time.